guys, it's Shalise from Remember When Designs, and today I'm here with another card tutorial from the Quarter Note Cricut cartridge. Today we're going to be making this card. It's a Take a Bow card, which is perfect for like congratulations or something like that. We're going to be focused on the violinist on page 69, and we're going to do the regular cut and the shift. And then we are going to use the Take a Bow on that same page. I'm sorry, I was going to use the Amazing on this page and forgot to change my my cut. So we went ahead and used the Take a Bow. And this is font 1, the shift button. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. We have a piece of cream cardstock, which is cut at at 7 by 10. We then have a piece of gray cardstock, which is cut at 6 3/4 by 9 3/4. And then I have a piece of pattern music paper, which looks like that. And this is cut at 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. So I'm going to go ahead and score these cards. And this is the inside layer. This is our card base, and this is the first layer. So I'm going to go ahead and put these two together, score them, and fold them and put them together, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now we have our card base. Now the cream cardstock I scored at 5 to make a 5 by 7 card, and the gray insert I scored at 4 6/8 on my Martha Stewart scoreboard. So we're going to go ahead and put that to the side. Now I have a piece of brown cardstock, which is cut at 1 inch by 6 3/4. And I'm going to use this Martha Stewart border punch to punch a border on that. So I'm going to line it up so it's fairly even and start in the center. And then continue to make my punches, lining it up on the grid here. Alright, so we have this border. This is going to go on the bottom of the music pattern paper. So I'm going to go ahead and attach that first. Perfect. Then I'm going to take a piece of brown ribbon and cut it just long enough where I can adhere it at the back. And then I'm going to put adhesive on all 4 sides of my pattern paper. And it looks like I'm out of adhesive, so let me go ahead and change the roll. Okay, I have my roll changed. So let's go ahead and continue to apply the adhesive. I'm going to put extra on there just because I want to make sure this card sticks, and I want a little extra here on each side for the ribbon to stick. I'm going to take my ribbon and place it right below the border punch here, right about there, and then turn it over and adhere it, just like that. Okay, and notice there was a little adhesive hanging over, so I'm just going to roll it up like that. And that's perfect. So we're going to go ahead and attach it to our card base. Now this is a landscape card, so it's going to open from the bottom. I'm just trying to make sure this is as centered as possible. Right about there. Alright, so we're going to put this to the side. I have my cuts. the violinist cut from the quarter note cartridge, and this was cut at 4 1/4 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and run this through my script embossing folder by Cuttlebud. I'm going to run it through my Texture Boutique. And here we have our embossed layer, just like that. I'm then going to take a makeup wedge and some chocolate chip Stampin' Up! Ink. I'm going to ink the edges. Okay, and as you can see, the edges are inked. I'm then going to take what's remaining on my makeup wedge and just go over the embossed parts of the image. And be very careful with this because it is very delicate and fragile, so you don't want to rip it at all. Okay, and this is what we have. Just inking a little more on this side. Okay, so now that I have this inked, I'm going to go ahead and attach it to the other layer here. And I'm going to use some Scotch Quick Dry Adhesive, as well as some Zig Two-Way on the smaller pieces. And what I've found useful is to attach the top first, to make sure those pieces are all intact, and then do the bottom because it has a tendency to fold over. Okay, and here you have your violinist. Okay, so we have our violinist here. We're going to go ahead and attach that onto our card right about here. And again, we're going to use some Scotch Quick Dry. This time I'm going to use some scratch paper to put down. And we're also going to use the Zig Two-Way for the smaller pieces again. Place that right about here. Alright, so we have our violinist on the card here. Now we're going to take the Take a Bow. Now this is cut at 2 inches, and it is a pain in the butt to get all of the pieces out. I mean, it has ripped on some of the parts. The A is still on the mat. If you look really closely at the W here, right here, there's a little piece that is supposed to be popped out, and on this cut it just didn't cut all the way through, so I wasn't able to pop that out. So just to let you know, it's a really hard cut to get out, so be very, very careful. It's extremely delicate, and I've noticed that with all of the phrases. It must be because of the kind of script, or maybe I'm cutting it out too small, but I mean, you don't want to cut it too much larger for a card. So, I mean, if you're doing a scrapbook layout, it might be perfect, because of course you would cut it, you know, quite a bit bigger, but just be very careful when you're cutting it out for a card. I'm just dotting it on here as opposed to really rubbing it or smearing it on here, just to see if I can get a little more dry time before it turns clear. because I definitely want it to be a permanent adhesive, not a temporary. So we're going to turn this over and place that right here. And then I'm going to take the A off of the mat, and as you can see here, you know, some of the paper ripped off, so I have to, sorry, I have to clean that up a little bit. Just like that. Alright, and to finish this card off, we're going to take some of these cream colored pearls. I got these from Oriental Trading Company. And they came in a set of a bunch of different colors and sizes and all that. I'm trying to make this, fix this, and it's not quite working. Let's turn the light a little more. There we go. So we're going to take a larger one and put that right in the big center of this swirl here. We're going to take a medium-sized one and put it on this swirl, and another medium one put here. And then we're going to take a small one for that swirl, and a few different small ones to accent the ends of the swirls here. These also dupe as covering up the flaws at the ends where it tore off. Okay, and I think I'm going to put another one. No, I think that's good. Alright, so we have our Take a Bow card. Really simple once you get over the fact that this is a pain in the butt to cut out. But really simple, really cute card. Like I said, it's perfect for congratulations or anyone who's into music. So I hope you enjoyed this card, and until next time, stay creative.